In our today's session, we are going to learn what type of development really do we need. What are the things that we need to take care about our future generation, and what type of development we should prefer while considering the development of a nation. We have already gone through the concept of development, how to measure development, the concept of average income, per capita income, and human development index. So, what are the different things that we are going to learn in this session? We will be learning today about BMI. What is BMI? BMI is body mass index, another measure of finding out whether a person is healthy or not. Then, what are the range of BMI? Third is how to measure development. There are different terms that we will be discussing, like GDP, GNP, etc. And the very important concept that I have focused on the starting of the session, that is sustainable development. So let's start first with body mass index. What is body mass index? Body mass index is a useful measure of overweight and obesity. Basically, it is a measure of the perfect combination, the perfect compositions of height and weight. It is calculated from your height and weight. BMI is an estimate of body fat and a good gauge of your risk for diseases that can occur with more body fat. The higher your BMI, the higher your risk for certain diseases such as heart disease, high blood pressure, type 2 diabetes, gallstones, breathing problems, and certain cancers. So, how to calculate BMI? The formula is very simple. You can also take out your BMI, but it is valid only for the person having age more than 18 years. But for our reference, we can find out what is our body mass index. So how we are going to find out? It is weight in kg, means your weight in kg divided by your height converted in meter. Suppose somebody is having 168 centimeter height, then when we will convert it in meter, it will become 1.68. So by using this formula, we can find out our body mass index. There are range which body mass index, or what are the different ranges. If a person is having body mass index of 18.5 and less, then he will be called as underweight. If a person is having body mass index of 18.5 to 24.9, we can say like almost 25, he will be considered as a normal, means his weight and height is in proper ratio. Third is, if your BMI is between 25 to 29.9, you are overweight, and if your body mass index is more than 30 and above, then you will be considered as obese, means you are suffering from obesity, you need to take care of your body mass index. So with reference to height, what are the different weight we should prefer? What are the different weight we should have to have a proper body mass index? So if a person is having height of 6.8, his weight is up to 80, means if a person is having less than 80 or 75 kg with height of 6 feet 8 inches, then he will be considered as underweight. The range between 75 to 100 kg for the person having height 6 feet 8 inches is a healthy weight. So similarly you can find out your weight also from this graph, if you are falling in these categories, and what are the preferred weight that you should have. So this is the perfect ratio in which we can find out that a person is healthy and perfect in terms of height and weight. Now, how to measure the development? There are different concepts. We have already gone through what are the measures through which we can compare one country with another, one state with another. So now we are going to discuss three important concepts that we should take care of and we should know about. It is gross national product. Before going to discuss the gross national product, let us discuss gross domestic product. Gross domestic product is a measure of the total value of the officially recorded goods and services produced by the citizens and corporations of a country in a given year. What does it mean? It means it is the sum total of final value or market value of all final goods and services produced within the city, within the country, within a particular year. This is gross domestic product. Similarly, what is the difference between GNP and GDP? Basically, it is gross domestic product, means whatever final goods that will be produced within the domestic territory of a particular country, that will be considered under GDP. But what is GNP? GNP measures of the total value of officially recorded goods and services produced by the citizens and corporations of a country in a given year, including things produced inside and outside a country's territory. What is the difference? Till this line it is GDP, and when we include the things produced inside and outside a country's territory, means it is also called as net factor income from abroad. Net factor income from abroad means whatever we are giving out to the persons who are of foreign nationals from our country, minus means what we are earning from outside and what we are paying to outside. So it includes things produced inside and outside a country's territory. So GDP is measurement of total market value of all the goods and services produced within the domestic country, within the domestic territory of a country. But when we include the things produced inside and outside a country's territory, then it is known as GNP. And what is GNI? Gross national income. It is a measure of the monetary worth of what is produced within a country plus income received from investment outside the country. So it is most common measurement we use today. So measure of monetary worth of what is produced within the country plus income received from investments outside the country. This concept gives us the concept of this concept gives us the gross national income. Now we have seen that development should be there. There should be construction of dams, there should be constructions of roads, there should be constructions of healthcare facilities, there should be development of proper health infrastructures and other infrastructure for better development of a nation. We should establish more and more industries so that GDP of the country can be improved. But at what cost? Now questions comes, what kind of development do we need? The development should be there in our country which takes care of current generation and also thinks about future generation. If we are thinking about a development considering the current and future generations both, then this is what we need, and that is called sustainable development. The word sustainable development means something which is not short-lived but can continue in future also. As we know, the resources are limited and after some times they may get exhausted. So what about our future generations? If suppose you will find out this type of situations in the month of May, especially when there is a hot outside and the temperature is more. During summer seasons you will find lot of water bodies are exhausted with water levels, means water level goes down. What is the reason? Means we have taken out all the reserved water and nature has to retain himself. You must have seen that nowadays the atmosphere is very clean. You must have gone through the news that from Pathankot the Himalayan range is quite visible, which is more than 200 kilometers in fact. So earlier it was not possible. It has become possible because due to lockdown there is no movement of any kind of vehicles, any kind of production activities is going on, no any pollution is being added to the nature. All the rivers are also free flowing. Even there was a news that we can directly drink water of Ganga from its different parts from Haridwar and other places. So the water has become very clean. Why? Because it was let to free flow and there was no any kind of additions of any kind of impurities from outside. So nature itself regains, but that requires time, and that we are not giving to nature due to the race of developing ourselves. So sustainable development is very important. Sustainable development is a development strategy that manages all natural resources and human resources as well as financial and physical assets for increasing long-term wealth and well-being. That is what sustainable development is. What are the objectives of sustainable development? Sustained rise in the real per capita income and quality of life, reduction in pollution, rational use of natural resources. Means we can also add one another word, that is judicious use of natural resources. We should not go for cost cutting. Means cost cutting is a kind, means we should not compromise our interest, but rather we have to go for optimization of our resources, means better use of our resources. So rational use of natural resources to fulfill the requirement of future generations. We need to take care of current generation along with the need of future generation. That kind of development all countries should focus on. That type of development we should want. So what are the different things that we can consider when we think about sustainable development? It should be zero waste, means there should not be any waste of resources. It must be plastic free. The development should be eco-friendly. Grow green concept, means less use of papers, more use of soft form through computers. Ethically sourced, sustainable packaging, no single use plastic should be used, and whenever you are going outside to bring any kind of goods, you should carry paper bag, not plastic bag. So this is what we need to think about our future generation. The development should be green, that is sustainable. Thank you. We have finished the chapter. I'll be sharing the notes in my next class.